Unfortunately, the President of Israel, Herzog, could not be with us tonight, but it was very important for him to address us. And it is important for us to hear him. So please let us start our conference with the President's special recorded address.
Dear friends, it was precisely 73 years ago, on October 26, 1948, that President Harry S. Truman declared the following. He said, "Peace is the most important question in the world today. I don't believe that because peace is difficult, war is therefore inevitable." End of quote. 73 years later, the words of President Truman, one of the greatest friends and supporters of the State of Israel, remain as relevant as ever. Peace is still the most important and the most difficult and complex question we face, especially in the Middle East. I would like to commend the Truman Institute for the Advancement of Peace at the Hebrew University, an illustrious institution, for its extremely important work combining the study of peace with the search for peace. I must also thank its brilliant director, Professor Vered Vinitsky-Serhusi, for her impressive leadership of this institute. I have a unique connection to this institute as it houses the papers and the archive of my late great-uncle, Abba Eban, who was Israel's greatest diplomat and foreign minister, a legendary leader who was there when Harry Truman irked his words. Those who pursue peace must be able both to step back to study the objective conditions and challenges of the conflict, and then to dive into the daily reality of routine lives, hopes and fears, and work hand in hand with the people on the ground. That's why the Atlas of the Jewish-Arab conflict, whose publication in Spanish you are marking today, is an important contribution to both the study and search for peace. The lines on the map reflect physical realities, religious beliefs, historical events, national narratives, and the lives of countless children, women, and men. They are the lines that divide nations and peoples, and they are the lines that bind them together. It is very fitting that this event is taking place to mark 30 years to the Madrid Peace Conference. Whilst the Madrid Conference did not lead directly to peace agreements, it was a tectonic step, and it played a groundbreaking role in bringing about future changes in the Middle East. We owe a debt of gratitude to the late Prime Minister Yitzhak Shamir and his team for leading this revolutionary conference. As far as I recall, the two most well-known living members of that delegation are Professor Shlomo Ben-Ami, who's known to you also as former ambassador to Spain and later as foreign minister of Israel, and Judge Eliakim Rubinstein, who later became the deputy president of our Supreme Court. Many forget that the Madrid conference included multilateral working groups on critical issues such as water, environment, and economic development. This eventually paved the way to great strides in Israel's relations regarding its neighbors, including the Jordanians, the Palestinians, and even with the Syrians, and all the way down to the Abraham Accords, which I believe were actually sown originally in that conference. It is our duty to maintain constant dialogue with each and every one of our neighbors, and as president, I will support this in every way possible. I want to thank the Truman Institute and the Embassy of Spain for hosting this important event. I hope that it serves as a stepping stone to renew regional dialogue in order to realize President Truman's vision of a stable and prosperous peace, and I also hope that it encourages more and more dialogue with our neighbors. Thank you all very much. Good luck in your deliberations.